In case you're wondering what the weather will be like for most of the game, this is what it'll look like overall. The kickoff, 87 degrees with partly to mostly cloudy skies. And by the time we get to halftime, we may see a spotty shower or two, mostly in the hill country. So I don't expect that anyone out at the stadium will have to deal with that. But keep in mind that we could see a shower or two pass by. 90 degrees is expected at that point. It's not going to be as hot as what we're dealing with today. In fact, at that point, we're expecting temperatures to start to come down just a tad. Here's a look at satellite and radar right now. Overall, clear skies for pretty much everyone. Zoom out for the rest of the state of Texas. Some rainfall already as you get farther out towards Mexico. Looks like New Mexico and getting into Arizona as well. But as far as here, we're looking at mostly calm and clear skies. Highs for today back up triple digits. 103 in Bastrop, 102 in Lockhart, 103 in San Marcos, Blanco at 98 degrees, and Fredericksburg at around 98. And we play this out a bit more throughout the rest of the day today. Not a cloud up in the sky. It's not until we get to tonight into tomorrow where we do anticipate for the first rounds of clouds to start rolling in. That's all that tropical moisture that's coming in from the eastern Pacific. That'll give us our first little taste of partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then Saturday, well, that's when we expect for things to really start to ramp up, especially after 12, 1 o'clock, getting into 2 o'clock. You may see a few of those isolated showers starting to come in. Now, Saturday isn't going to be, a big event. What I'm looking at is Sunday. That would give us a better chance of rainfall. In fact, that's where we're putting most of the rain chances essentially up to scattered, up to numerous as well, where we could see some of the rainfall starting to make its way through and then start to diminish as we get out towards Monday and into Tuesday. And so as we look at your flood threat for Sunday, most of us within that category 1, we're looking at category 2 or slight category as you reach out towards the southwestern portion of Mason County. And this is what it'll look like as all that moisture starts to flow in. Now, the storm itself is going to fall apart. Lorena is already a tropical storm and expected to continue to just diminish, but it's getting picked up. All that moisture is getting picked up in that rainfall, and that continues to make its way into Texas. As you can tell, even by Saturday afternoon into the evening hours, we see that rainfall really starting to ramp up, and then by Sunday giving us a better chance of rain overall. And this is based off of our Euro model, by the way. Continues as we get into Monday and then starts to fade out as we get out towards Tuesday. The amount of rainfall through Monday, though, we're looking about ½ an inch to about 1.5 inches with isolated pockets of 2 to 4 inches. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 103 for today, 100 for Friday, and there comes the rainfall Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. And once we leave the rainfall behind, temperatures heading back up to average by the time we reach Wednesday, 94 degrees. Let's go ahead and send it over to Tommy House with a look at the tropics.
Thank you, Freddie. So peak hurricane season is actually the 10th of September, but most of the action falls mid-August to mid-October itself. Right now in the eastern Atlantic, we have an invest, which means a tropical wave under investigation. 80% chance this becomes our next named storm. A track overall moving west. Plenty of wind shear out in the western Atlantic basin in the Gulf, so not a favorable environment there, but we will see this potentially and most likely become our next named storm. So on that same note, even if we do get a storm, the probability of development is going to take a few days, 10 to 14 days climatologically. So we have at least a week to watch and see if this does develop, track, and strengthen in a more favorable environment. The next name on the list is Gabrielle, and you'll notice looking at this graph here, still plenty of room as we're lined up just on the 4th of September. So KXAN.com/tropical tracker has everything you need to know regarding the tropics. Sally?